Guys, December is stacked. We're seeing tons of collabs like Travis Scott, Powerpuff Girls, Soulfly, and more, while at the same time getting the return of classic Jordans and even two completely new versions of absolutely iconic sneakers. But before any of that, we have something even crazier happening before December even starts. That's right, we still have that Kobe shock drop for the Reverse Grinches, and trust me when I say it's going to be very, very soon. As always, I will be posting the precise time for the shock drop inside of my group Endurance, which you could join with the link below. And remember, we do so much more than just sneaker reselling, so if you're looking for a profitable side hustle that goes far beyond just reselling sneakers, definitely check it out below. And we even offer 100% free sneaker updates on that same link, and we even offer one completely free channel for Endurance too. This week's free channel is the Chick-fil-A channel. That's right, we could show you how to get free Chick-fil-A. Endurance offers so many channels like this to help you guys make and save money, so consider checking it out. But November is soon coming to a close, and with that comes December. Today we will be discussing sneakers to resell in the month of December. If you're not into reselling, that's okay as well. You could use this guide to know what are going to be the most hyped sneakers, the most limited, or even what popular general releases might go on sale, because hey, we're all trying to save some money. Specifically, we'll be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether that sneaker will be profitable or not, or if they might even sit on shelves, resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications. This way you're 100% updated on all these hyped sneaker releases. And of course, follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10, for urgent updates and information. Kicking off December with a bang, on December 2nd for $210, we'll be getting another Jordan 3 Doernbecher. This is the first time we're getting a Jordan 3 Doernbecher since 2013. And back then, that was a pair that was extremely hyped up, and to this day is many people's grails, including myself. Beautiful pair, and I think this one came out really solid too. Shout out to Hugo, aka Juice. I think he did a great job on this pair. Now, of course, I don't expect demand to be anywhere close to as high as what we saw on the prior Jordan 3 Doernbecher, but nonetheless, since it is a Jordan 3 silhouette and these do tend to be quite limited, I would expect these to be profitable with a decent to good margin, especially in large sizes. Now, also on December 2nd, we're seeing the rest of the Doernbecher collection drop. We have a lot of new colorways. First of all, we got the Cortez Doernbecher, we got the Dunk High, we got the Fly Ease, we got an Air Max 186, and we got an ACG Mountain Fly Too Low. Now, when it comes to all of these, I do expect them to be personal only, but keep in mind, if you are getting a personal, the money is going to a good cause. Then, on December 5th for $115, we got a new Dunk Low colorway, this time coming in fur, University Gold, and Navy. Unfortunately, like many Dunk Lows that have been coming out recently, I would expect these to just be personals. Next up, on December 7th for $200 each, we have something very interesting. First of all, it's interesting because it's a Sakai collaboration. Those are always exciting, and it's on a new model now, and it's on the Magma Scape, this time coming in three colorways. First of all, we have the Varsity Royal, we have the Light British Tan, and we also have the black colorway. Now, obviously, for an everyday sneaker, this isn't aesthetically appealing, really, to a lot of people. Your first thought is going to be that these are definitely going to be bricks, of course, but the reason I say they might have some potential to do well is just because they could actually serve as boots. And we've sometimes randomly seen Jordan 9 NRGs or Yeezy boots perform oddly well for no reason. That, combined with the fact that maybe they're going to produce very low stock in these because of skepticism of what demand is going to be, it could lead to these being a pretty decent sleeper cook, especially with winter coming up. Now, I would not risk going for these on Sakai's website or anywhere that doesn't have free returns, but when it comes to Nike, you might actually want to consider trying for them, assuming they do at least sell out on Sakai's website first, because Nike will have free returns, so there's a chance they end up being a sleeper cook. Of course, there is a very, very high likelihood too that they just end up being bricks. I just think it's worth noting that Nike does have free returns. You can even cancel within 30 minutes, and who knows, if these just happen to randomly pop off, it's a zero risk opportunity you could go for. Next up, we got another interesting one. On December 8th for $140, we have the Gremlins Puma All Pro Nitro dropping. Now, we don't usually see Pumas do well, so I wouldn't really expect that for these, but the reason I say it's interesting is because if you guys recall, one of the few Pumas that did do well was the Rick and Morty pair. Now, obviously, that show has a lot more hype than Gremlins in my opinion, but that doesn't take away from the fact that retail on these is only $140, so there might still be sufficient demand if they're limited enough for there to be some profitability, maybe just brick profit or lunch money on these. I can't say with certainty, of course, because I don't know what stock is going to be, but I definitely think it's worth keeping note of at least and staying up to date with them as we approach December 8th. Also on December 8th, for $225, we're getting another Soulfly collaboration, this time on the Jordan 8 on the Mikasa Tsukasa. This is definitely one of the nicer 8s that we've seen. Soulfly did a really great job on these in my opinion, just like I think they did a great job on the Jordan 13s, but unfortunately, there just isn't enough demand on these models being 13s and Jordan 8s, and especially with an elevated retail on these at $225, I would have to say that these are just going to be personals, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Soulfly did a great job, and I'm definitely hoping to get a pair for these in my personal collection. Also on December 8th for the main release, but December 1st for the Pata website, we're getting another New Balance Pata collaboration, this time coming in two colorways on the 991 V2, the sea moss color and the pickled beet color. Unfortunately, with the retail of $250, I am expecting these to just be personals, especially on the Pata website where you are going to have to pay for shipping. On December 8th, when New Balance drops, maybe it will be free, and we'll gauge it again as we do approach that drop, but as of right now, I wouldn't take the risk on Pata's website. No returns there, and they are going to charge for shipping. Overall, I'm really not that happy about how these turned out. If they would have not gone with the neon on these, I think they would have looked okay. Then on December 9th, for $230, we are finally seeing the return of the Jordan 11 DMP, or now known as the Gratitude. We already saw the shock drop, and I just got my pair in, and man, these look incredible in hand. You guys will not be disappointed. Can't wait to put these on feet, and I know these have been a lot of people's grails for a long time. Absolutely iconic Jordan 11. Of course, it's not the defining moments pack, but it still is the exact same colorway, so I know a lot of you guys are really excited for these. Unfortunately though, I am still expecting these to mostly just be personals. There is over 1 million pairs of these produced, and as of right now, they're going for very close to retail in the secondary market. However, when it does come to Jordan 11s, you can sell these locally really easily just because so many people really like them. With that said, if you have no tax and you tend to have decent local buyers, maybe you have a lot of people in your area where you could sell on Facebook Marketplace, it's definitely worth considering getting a few pairs then, because if you could avoid the platform fees, you can make a lot of money on this drop. Then on December 12th for $240, we're getting another Foamposite, this time in the Anthracite colorway. Now, I'm actually a really big fan of these. Of course, that's because I used to love the Stealth Foamposite, which is pretty much the same as these, although they did have an icy outsole. Now, I actually think these look even better, just a completely blacked out Foamposite. I think this looks awesome. Definitely might consider getting a personal pair, but when it comes to resale, these are mostly just going to be personals. However, when it does come to size 13, that in particular, you might actually be able to make some brick profit on with a very poor margin, just based off of what we've been seeing on some prior Foamposite releases. Then on December 14th for skate shops and December 15th for Nike sneakers, we are going to be seeing the Powerpuff Girls Nike SB Dunk Low collaboration in 3 colorways. First, we got the Blossom, then we got the Bubbles, and lastly, we have the Buttercup. All 3 of these are going to be very profitable with a great margin. There's a lot of hype behind this collaboration, and while they might not be the easiest to pull off, if you could manage to do so, you're definitely going to be breaking some necks. Not only that, but these are going to be really awesome to skate in if you can manage to secure a pair. And if you're not a skater, maybe you'll just put these on the shelf and they'll still look absolutely incredible. Then on December 16th for $180, we will finally be seeing the Kobe 6 Reverse Grinch in its full drop. Now, before that, remember, very soon, we're going to be seeing a shock drop for these. Again, the precise time is going to be posted inside of my group Endurance, which you could join with the link below. And remember, we do much more than just sneaker reselling. Check it out with the link below, and you could also get completely free sneaker updates and guides with that same link too. Obviously, when it comes to these, many of us are extremely excited to get a personal, but if you don't plan to get a personal, of course, you could expect these to be very profitable with an incredible margin. Speaking of the holiday season, I think we got another holiday pair, and that's going to be the Then on December 19th for $200, we got the LeBron 21 Conch Island dropping. Now, of course, LeBrons in general are not the most hyped, especially LeBron 21s, but I will admit this colorway came out really nice. Now, of course, they're still going to just be personal pairs, but if you are looking for a solid basketball sneaker or even just personal pair, these are really, really clean. Then on December 20th, for $200, we'll be getting a Jordan 14 in mostly all black with some university red accents. Of course, most people aren't fans of 14s, but if you are, this is a universal colorway that should go with almost all of your outfits. Unfortunately though, like all recent 14s, I would expect these to just be personals, and you could probably grab them on sale too. Speaking of basketball sneakers, on December 23rd for $130, we'll finally be seeing the long-awaited return of the KD3 Christmas. Now, while it might not be the most hyped KD3, this is definitely one that a lot of people are looking forward to, and with a retail of $130, I would expect there to be sufficient demand for profitability, even if it's only lunch money, especially in the large sizes. I do think this is a noteworthy release. Now, also on the 23rd for $180, we'll be getting the Jordan 1 High Craft Celadon. I'm personally not the biggest fan of this color combination, but maybe you are if you are from Florida. I think the materials used on these are pretty solid, which I think is a plus for the shoe, but I don't think it's enough to get these to a point where they'll be profitable. Like many Jordan 1s that aren't classic colorways that we've seen lately, I'd expect these to just be personals, and you could probably catch them on sale if you are patient too. Then on December 26th for $190, we'll finally be getting the return of the Kobe 4 Black Mamba. And guys, this is only the beginning of what Nike basketball is going to look like heading into 2024. Guys, we have so many grails coming back, you have no idea. I can't wait to show you all of them. But anyway, when it comes to this highly sought after pair, you could expect these to be very profitable with a great or incredible margin. We'll see as we do get closer to the drop, but again, I think most of us are definitely going to want to keep these in our personal collection. Now, on to some December releases that don't have precise dates as of now. First of all, we got the Travis Scott Nike Mac Attack dropping, and I think it's going to be sometime earlier in December, but I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. Retail is apparently $120, but I'm pretty skeptical of that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be around $140, maybe even more than that, but it doesn't matter. That's still a pretty low retail, which is great when it comes to these. I would expect these to perform well enough for profitability. Nothing too crazy, probably something like what we've seen on Air Maxes. If you guys recall, this was a pair that he wore on stage very long time ago, which started this whole Mac Attack hype, and there isn't too much left of it if I'm being honest now, but of course, because this is the actual Travis Scott pair, I would expect these to be profitable with a good margin, especially in the larger sizes. Now, in addition to those Travis Scotts, we were supposed to also be seeing some Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack trainers, previously known as the Jordan Cut the Checks, dropping sometime in the holiday season this year. Now, as of now, there's still no precise date regarding these, but of course, there still is a possibility we do end up seeing at least one of these colorways dropping sometime in December, and if they do drop, they'll be $200, and I would expect them to be profitable with a good margin, potentially even better than that, especially in the larger sizes. I think the silhouette on these is actually really nice, and the color combinations aren't bad at all either. Definitely looking forward to getting a pair of these. Now, also in December with no date, and I'm also not sure of the retail as of now, we're getting another New Balance Joe Fresh Goods collaboration. This time, we're getting 3 colorways of the 990 V4 1998, and honestly, these all look really, really nice. I have very high hopes for this collaboration, so even though I don't know the retail as of now, I would be pretty optimistic going into this. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated as we approach the drop though. But that actually is going to conclude it for today. Let me know which pair you're most excited for in the comments below. Remember, subscribe and enable post notifications. This way you stay 100% updated on all hyped releases, and don't forget to check out Endurance with the link below, or just get some free sneaker updates and some free Chick-fil-A with that same link below. And of course, don't forget to follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10, for urgent updates and info. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these amazing releases.